Hello students, I Sneha Sharma, your English teacher, welcomes you to your English 1 class. Today we will be starting chapter 28, that is punctuation. Okay, so here there are few pairs of, you see this pair of sentences given over here, you have to read it carefully. So you see now first is let's eat grandma. Okay, so and there is again let's eat comma grandma. So what are these? Let us read. Note how adding a simple comma changed the meaning of the second sentence. So you see when we added a comma in the second sentence, the meaning of the sentence is completely changed. In the first sentence, it seemed like an invitation or suggestion to eat the grandmother. Okay, so here it is like an invitation to eat the grandmother. But in the second sentence, it makes it clear that the grandmother is invited to have food. So simple comma separating in the sentence makes a lot of meaning. Over here, let's eat grandma means we are going to eat grandmother. But over here, let's eat comma grandma means you are inviting grandma to eat. Okay. So punctuation marks change the meaning of the sentences. As we know, what do punctuation marks do? They change the meaning of the sentences. Like comma, full stop, question mark, apostrophe are some of the punctuation marks we will study in this chapter. So now the use of punctuation marks. The first one is use of comma. So first to separate words or phrases in a sentence. So if we want to separate two words or two phrases in a sentence or more than two words or two phrases in a sentence, we use comma. So you see we can watch a film, comma, go to a park, comma, play some games or listen to music. So all these are phrases in the sentence and all these small phrases are separated by comma. Okay, so it becomes like an option that we can watch a film, we go to a park, play some game or listen to music. So these are kind of options that are given to you. So by separating those phrases, it adds more meaning to the sentence. Next we have to separate things in list. Okay, so if we are making a list, for example, I have got some pencil, comma erasers, comma pens and notebooks in my bag. So you're making a list that you're taking a pencil, you're taking erasers, pens, notebooks. So these lists or the things in the list, we separate it by using commas. Okay. Next, to separate the name of a person, we are addressing from the rest of the sentence. Okay. So if we are addressing a person, so we need to separate the name of that person by using comma. So you see Juhi, you must complete your homework. Means I am addressing to Juhi that you must complete your homework. Next, after yes and no. So after these answer words like yes and no, again we use comma. For example, yes, I love to play football. Or no, I can't go to the room. So you see yes and no, after yes comma, after no also comma. So this was for the use of commas. Now full stop. So we use a full stop to end a sentence. So after the end of any sentence, we use a full stop. Example, Gautam makes lovely wooden toys. So this is a sentence, this is a statement, so full stop. Next, question marks. A question mark is used at the end of a question. So whatever question we make, if it is a question, then we will end it with a question mark. For example, how will you travel to Delhi next week? So again, question. So I am asking that how will you travel to Delhi next week? So it is a question. So it ends with a question mark. A sentence always ends with a full stop, and a question sentence always ends with a question mark. Next we have apostrophe. When we speak or write, we sometimes put two words together to form a shorter words. Okay, so when we put two words together to make that shorter words, we add that apostrophe. Okay, when we write this short word, we put an apostrophe in place of the missing letters. So if we are making those two words together and to add those two words together, we put apostrophe instead of the missing letter. So you see I am. So again I plus a is removed, so apostrophe is used, so I am. They are, again they plus are, again a is removed and they apostrophe re. We are, so we plus again a is removed and re, so we're. He is, he plus is, again I is removed, so he's. She is, again she plus is, I is removed, so she's. So apostrophe over here, she apostrophe s, he apostrophe s. Okay. Similarly for you are, you plus r, again a is removed and instead of that we use apostrophe and re. So you apostrophe re, your. Do not, so do plus not, again n is removed, so don't, apostrophe t. Okay. Next we have, here you see the O's are removed, not the N. So you see did not. So didn't. Again O is removed. So DIN apostrophe T. Again must not. So O is removed from not. So must N apostrophe T. Mustn't. Should not. So should plus not. Again O is removed. So shouldn't. Okay, you see these are the short forms of these bigger letters, bigger words. These are the short words. Okay, just go through it. Learn these apostrophe for smaller words. Okay, next we have capital letters. So we use capital letters when we begin a sentence. So as we know, whenever we begin a sentence, we always begin it with a capital letter. See, once upon a time, comma, there lived an old woman in a village. So we started with the sentence with the capital letter, that is capital O. Then when we use proper nouns like names of specific people, place, countries, months and days, books, special holidays, etc., then again we use capital letter. So you see, I went to see the Taj Mahal. So T capital, M capital, because it is a specific name of a place. With Arushi, this is the name of a person, and Rishabh. So again it is the name of the person, that is why we used capital R for Rishabh, capital A for Arushi, T for Taj and M for Mahal. Okay. Then we use the pronoun I. So the pronoun I, if it is in the middle of the sentence or in the beginning of the sentence, we use it as capital letter. My brother and I will go to the water park tomorrow. So you see, I is used in the middle of the sentence, but it is the only pronoun that is used in capital letter. So this was the explanation of the chapter. Now we will move on towards the exercise of the chapter. So the first is insert full stops or question marks in the right places in these sentences. So you have to put a full stop or question mark wherever required. Who wants to eat the cake? So it is a question, so question mark. We are going to Shimla for the summer holidays. So again it is a sentence, so full stop. Has anyone seen my book? So this is a question, so question mark. May I come in? So question mark. Manish is playing the trumpet. So it is a sentence, so full stop. Okay. So the first part of the exercise we have done. The second part, insert commas and capital letters in the right places in these sentences. So you have to use commas and capital letters wherever required. So the first over here, W was small, so we made it capital. So we are going to buy tomatoes, comma, spinach, comma, potatoes and onions, because there is a list. So to separate items in the list, we again use comma. Next over here, S is small. So first letter is always capital in a sentence. So Smita, please come in. Come here. Okay. Next we have please. Again P is small, so capital P. Please get me some ice cream, comma, biscuits, comma, toffees and buns. Again these are the items in the list. So we have separated it with a comma. Next, no. So N is small, again N capital, because it is in the beginning of the sentence. No, comma, I don't want to eat now. Next, could you open the door, Lakshman? So C capital, because it is at the beginning, and Lakshman is the name of a person, so L capital. So this was the second part of the exercise. Now third part, the last part of the chapter, last part of the exercise also. Rewrite these sentences putting the apostrophes in the right places. So again you see, you're going to school tomorrow. So you and RE is not separated with the apostrophe. So you have to separate it. So now it becomes you apostrophe re going to school tomorrow. You are going to school tomorrow. Next, I don't mind reading the story to you. So don't over here apostrophe t. So I don't mind reading the story to you. I am happy. You see, I and m is not separated with an apostrophe. So we separate it. So I am happy that you like my new dress. Next, we are not going to eat fast food. So again, where is not separated with an apostrophe. So we apostrophe re, not going to eat fast food. Next, it's nice to see you here. So it apostrophe s, nice to see you here. So it's nice to see you here. So this one we have completed the exercise and the explanation of the chapter. Go through the chapter, learn the exercise for your post midterm exam. Okay, and that was all for today's class. Thank you.